Hey everybody, Craig Z here, ready to show off the latest version of Warcube. Got some super cool stuff to show you guys. I've been working on a battle editor, ignore it, don't look at that, don't look at -17, it's not true. Okay, it is true, but I'm really proud of this, and I think you'll like it. So this is the battle simulator. I'll probably move this button up a little bit higher, but you can get to it from the main menu, and once we load in, I'll go ahead and show you some more cool stuff. So here it is. It's a kind of like a tabs editor mixed with almost like an ancient warfare editor. So there's actually, I'd probably say it's more similar to ancient warfare than tabs, but you'll see what I'm getting at. So you can go ahead and hold down middle mouse button to rotate around, WSAD to kind of float around, and if you hold shift, it'll go faster. So this is the default speed. This was shift. Maybe I should actually make that the default speed because this seems super slow. Got a little controls pop up over here that you can hide if you don't want to. I'll go ahead and leave it up for this. And up here at the top, we have a few buttons up here that are kind of like the containers for things you can build. You know, we got red for bandit, got some warling units, traps, and environment stuff, and setup for something like utility. The only one I have right there is player spawn, but I'd like to add maybe some level goals, you know, so you can add like maybe the goal is to get to a certain position, or the goal is to eliminate all the units somewhere, or something like that. But let's go ahead and throw down some units. So if we click here, let's do rebel fighters. I like them. So you can click and let me see. Oop, did I press something wrong? Whoa. All right. So yeah, you can actually click and place a unit, or you can you can do Q and E to rotate your cursor 90 degrees in case you want to line them up specifically. If you want to change the angle of them, you click and hold, and then you can go ahead and kind of throw down a bunch of them in a row. And then if you want to place blocks of units, go ahead and scroll up and down, and this might be turned into different keys. I'm talking to people on Discord still, trying to figure it out. I think Shermie's got some fun ideas. And then if you go ahead and click and drag this, you can rotate again, and boom, puts down a whole block of them. So let's go ahead and throw down some peasants too, some red peasants, maybe some grunts. Yeah, we'll see. Cool. And there they are. And you can right click to kind of deselect whatever you're currently building. And yeah, so let's go ahead and throw down some environment stuff. Why don't we do actually this might be a little buggy. I don't know why it's actually showing that. Okay, so cool. Click here, drag again, and go ahead and throw some barricades up. Why don't we do a bigger one in the middle? Yeah, cool. And why not put a few archers back here? Whoa, that's not what we wanted. Click the archer, scroll up till we get one. Cool, one. There's a couple of those. You know what? How about for the bandits, we put a big chief in the back? That sounds fun. Boom, chief. And you'll notice that all these units, they all have kind of attack signs over their heads. You can also go to certain units, and then if you click them, or I think that attack sign rather, you can change it. So you can set certain ones to guard, or they can, this is hold position. So this means they won't move at all. It's useful for archers or units that you don't want to have pursuing other ones. I'll go ahead and set those both to hold position. And then let me go ahead and show off, there's layer lock right here. So this will lock units on the right. This one will lock props, kind of like right now I think it's just traps, but that should be props. And then this will lock all environment stuff. So what that means is if you're trying to delete stuff, or you want to change some stuff around, like if I lock units right here and I go to delete things, it won't let me delete units. I can delete other stuff, like I could delete this, but it won't delete units. See, so I'll get rid of that. But in that same way, you can also lock all of these. So if you like build out a castle, but then you don't want to delete the units, you can go ahead and lock that accordingly. Let's go ahead and put up a. Whoa, that's not what we want. Whoa. All right, looks like I got one bug to fix before. That's probably more, but we got some bugs to fix before I ship it out today. So that's pretty cool. And why don't we do? We'll do some walls afterwards. But so this is kind of the loose setup. And if you go snapping, you can actually turn this on by clicking snapping. But I think I'm gonna add a different button there. And then this lets you you can snap things kind of farther away from each other. So. And you'll see there's a little kind of display here to show you. So a good example for this is kind of like these walls. If I like rotate this over here, we want to have it snap. These are 10. I think these are in 10 degrees. So if I click, it builds, and it keeps snapping every 10, which will make it useful. Skip that for now. And then if you go to this little pop-up option here, eventually you're gonna be able to save things. So that's what the scene name is for. You can also select different biomes. Right now I have Highlands, Snowdrift, and I think I might add a beach one or a desert one in later. You can also, here's a few different options for when you're building things. You can kind of resume after delete. Right now when you delete something, it clears your build selection. So you can play around with those. You can also enable fly cam depth of field so that if you zoom in super close, kind of blurs everything out in the back, kind of depending on whatever you're focusing on. That's kind of cool, fun feature. You can adjust your FOV, which is cosmetic really. And then another fun one that you guys might get creative with is you can enable the water and you can raise it up, lower it down. So if you want them to fight on some big little island battle here, you can do that. Or if you want to kind of set it down here so it's more like an arena, you can do that too. And yeah, you can go. So this is the build options, like level options. This is the one for the battle. So you can turn on zero gravity, enable battle bar, all that fun stuff. Let's actually go ahead and do a battle now. So if I click start, it'll load in and here everybody is. And they're all gonna attack each other, do a big battle. I wonder who's gonna win. You can also press F to speed things up or hold down space to go into some nice slow motion. Oh, that poor soul. Oh, she's gone. There you go. Look at him go. It's a massacre. All right. Yeah. So let's zoom around. That's pretty rad. Who's gonna win? Who's gonna win? I don't know. I mean, this chief dude, he's pretty strong. I've been surprised. I think he's gonna go down though. This is gonna happen. All right, let's go ahead and speed it up. Oh, blue team victory. There we go. And it should despawn everything. Everybody loads back. A little arrow on the ground. Don't mind that. And so that's kind of like just a loose setup of how this works. I'm hoping that everybody has some fun with it and you do some cool creative stuff. I put some things in here like ladders and and I mean really I'm looking for feedback also on what's easy to use, what's not, what makes sense. So let me know. I mean, as far as like a first iteration, I think this is super fun, but I know that there's things that could be better. So let me know. Let me know what you'd like to see, what you think is working well, what isn't. Yeah, I'm super pumped for this. I think there could be a lot of cool things that happen. So we'll see how things go. But thanks for tuning in. Go ahead and check back next week or maybe in a couple weeks for a new update. I'm gonna start jamming back on the story mode. So this is a fun little distraction. Hopefully I'll be able to keep adding a few small things each update to it because I think it's super fun. And also in case you want to know, if you want to clear everything, this button right up here. Oh, except for those apparently. All right, there's a bug. I'm gonna go fix that. Don't worry. All right, we'll see you. Everybody have a good rest of the day and we'll all talk soon. All right, bye-bye.